Hey, welcome to my channel called Swiss Tesla Fan. Today it's pretty cold outside and I just had a warning come up on the car, so let's have a look at it. Okay, so you can see here this screen has showed up, and basically it's indicating that the tire pressure in the two front tires is low. And what's weird is that it's not mentioning the two back tires, which are also low, but I'm guessing there's just some kind of rounding thing here that's happening. You can also see up here there's a little warning, and up here there's also an exclamation point, and if we tap that, you can see it says air pressure below recommendation for tires. Check pressure and refill air as needed. So it says ask if we want a service appointment. We won't take one. We can do this ourselves. So this is one of the cases where, unfortunately, you still need a gas station because that's the only place where, at least in Switzerland, where you can actually use the devices to fill up your tires. So that's what we're going to do right now. So if you're not experienced with tire pressure, there's one thing you should know is, at least in Switzerland or in Europe, you have these stickers here with the car that tell you the amount of pressure you should have. So here, basically, this gives you the cold tire pressure, so 290 kilopascal, kilopascal or 42 psi. And the same thing for the back. That's the nice thing, is that it's exactly the same. So that means we need to reach that in cold capacity. Here the tires, of course, have been used a little bit, but you can see that we need to fill it up because 290 kPa is, if I'm not mistaken, 2.9 bars. So we'll have to check that out. Okay, so I just checked. So 1 bar is 100 kilopascals, so 2.9 bar is 290. So it's a very easy conversion. So that's we're gonna go get the thing to blow up. To fill up the pressure of the tires. All right. Okay, so this device that you see is basically a little compressor. Basically there's compressed air in here, and it has to be recharged. You sort of took it off a thing, so this is where it charges. So there's a pump in the thing where you pick it up, and then you can just see here how much pressure you have. So this is going to be tricky to do with one hand, but I'll see if I can do it. So let's first take off the little cover for the valve. And now what you can do is you have this this pressure indicator here. So what you can do is you can simply use this to test the pressure in the tires. So this, of course, will let some air out, so don't do it too long. So let's see if I can do it right. Make sure also you have it straight. So let me show you here. Make sure you have it straight and that you press down pretty strongly. Otherwise you won't get a good reading. Okay, so I'm gonna look at here. Let's see if we can get both in the same shot. So what we're expecting here, the car tells us we have 2.9 bars. So that's the outer ring, and we should have 2.9. So let's check out what it says. So yeah, you see it's pretty precise. We're at 2.6. So yeah, I'm not sure I can do this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the phone down, and you see here there's a plus and minus button. So basically what this means is you have to push this down on the valve here, and at the same time press the plus button to load up with compressed air. But I can't do this with just one hand, so I'm going to put the phone down and we'll check the result after I've done it. Okay, so I've given it some pressure. You should know also that when you press the plus button, what's not intuitive is that you'll see the pressure going down, because it's the pressure that's actually being measured inside the reservoir here. But if we check it out now, again, I'm going to look at the pressure on the tire. Oops, I didn't do it properly. I need to make sure I'm straight. So this is really hard to do with one hand. If you have two hands available, it's a lot easier. Let's try it again. Okay, so you can see here we're at 2.8 bars. We'll give it a little bit more because it's always a good thing to give it just a little bit more. The tires won't mind that, and you will actually save on electricity. Okay, so let's try that again. Okay, let's check it again, and let's see what it looks like now. So we're still a little bit low. Let me see if I can do this in real time. Okay, it looks like we're pretty good. Let me check that one last time. Yeah, we're pretty close to 2.9, so that'll do, I think. Now, make sure you put the valve where you can see it, because I could almost not find it anymore. And so, I mean the cover for the valve. So now all you need to do is cover this again. And now we only have to do the three other tires. So I'm gonna move because there's a lot of cars coming my way. And one thing is, at some point, this contraption here will become empty. So you'll have to fill it up again. To do that, you just bring it back to where you picked it up and give it a few seconds, and the pump will actually pump back up with air. So that's what I'll probably have to do, because if you do multiple tires, you'll probably need to do it. All right. So I'll continue with the tires and catch you back at the end. Okay, so I couldn't even pump up the second tire, so I do have to go reload this thing. So let's go do that. Okay, so we're back. Let's do this again. Okay, so I'm back in the car. It's quite cold out there, and it started raining too. So I did all 4 tires, but we're not gonna have to. I don't see any warnings anymore, but that's also because the readings. I think the car has to move a little bit before the readings can be done by the system. But I put to about 2.9 in every tire, all 4 of them, as they were all pretty low. And we're gonna move a little bit with the car and check out what happens. And hopefully, I did notice that there are some differences between the readings that you get with the device and the readings that you get with the car. It's like at about a 0.1 bar difference, but that's okay. You just want to make sure that you're not under pressured in your tires, because that will use them prematurely. So, okay, let's get moving and let's see what happens. So as you can see, I haven't moved yet, and we don't get any readings. We still have the warning. That was the warning that we had before. So let's hope we get proper readings soon, and that everything's okay. Okay, so I drove a bit for about 5 minutes, and as you can see, the pressure has gone up to 2.8 and 2.9 bars. It seems like I didn't do that much of a good job on the left side. But that's okay. I mean, 2.8 should be enough. I can always add more at a later time. But what's interesting is I haven't put the car in park yet, since you can see that the orange color has gone. But here we still have a warning up here, and we still have this indicator here. So as things change while I was driving, I'm wondering if it's going to go away if I put the car in park. So let's try this right now. So let's put the car in park, and now it's still there. That's interesting. Let's put it back in drive. Okay, so maybe we'll have to wait a little bit. Maybe it'll go away. I don't know. Well, let's park the car. I do have to get going now, but we'll see if it goes away all by itself, or if we really need to do something. But at least the pressure in the tires is okay. And based on what we saw, the indication between the car sensors and the tool that we use, I'm not sure what to call it exactly, because it's not really a pump, it's just compressed air with a reading. It was pretty close. I mean, basically it was indicating 2.6 on the car and also 2.6 in this device. Okay, so we're gonna park now, and I'll see if it goes away as the car is parked, and I'll we'll conclude there. All right, so looks like everything's okay now. And basically, just wanted to talk a little bit about tire pressure. So this is a pretty heavy car, 1.7 tons, I think. So you want to make sure that you're not under pressured in your tires. If anybody knows exactly how the air gets out of tires or the influence of weather, I'd love to have your feedback in the comments. Because it's not entirely clear to me if it's just tiny leakage or if there's any other thing that happens to the tires. I'm guessing this is normal, but then again, I don't know. I'm not experienced with tires, so if anybody does know more, I'd love to hear your feedback and any recommendations as to whether this is normal or not. But I'm assuming it is, which actually makes me think that in my previous cars I didn't have these indicators, and I must have been driving with under pressure tires, which was not as much as a problem because it was a lighter car, but still not necessarily a good thing because it uses the tires prematurely. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly love to show you these things if you're not familiar with them. It took me about, all in all, without the driving of course, about 10 minutes to do, but at the same time I was filming. So if you're experienced in doing this multiple times, you'll probably be able to do it much faster. But just take your time. It's really no big deal. But here it was cold and it was starting to rain, so I had a motivation to do it faster. That's it for this video. If you liked it, please put a thumbs up and click the subscribe and notification bell if you want to get notified when my next video is released. And I have some news. We have just crossed the 100 subscriber line. I'm really happy. Thank you so much, everybody, for liking this content and continuing to support my channel. I really appreciate it. And let's aim for the next target. And so please share this video as much as you can. I'd love to have your feedback. I love to create this content in Switzerland because I think that it's a little bit different than what you might be used to, especially if you're watching from the US. I know a lot of you are. So hi to my US audience. And yeah, that's it for this video. See you in the next one. And oh yeah, last but not least, don't forget that if you're interested in purchasing one of these cars, you really should use the referral code. I also did a video about how to use them. And if you don't have a referral code, I'd love you to use mine. And you'll get 1,500 kilometers of free supercharger electricity, and so will I. So it's a win-win for both of us. All right, see you in the next video. Bye-bye.